We take it for granted, this porcelain thrown in the corner. It's a fixture in our homes, a silent guardian of our daily routines. But the toilet is a marvel. It's also a tool for good health. Every flush whisks away potential hazards, keeping our living spaces clean and safe. Imagine a world without it. Disease would be more prevalent. Where would we put the poop? And the air would be thick with the stench of decay. Think about the last time you had a stomach bug. Unpleasant, wasn't it? Now imagine dealing with that without a proper toilet. Now imagine that experience multiplied by millions. That was life before modern sanitation. Entire communities suffered from preventable diseases. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. These were constant threats. These diseases thrived in environments where waste was not properly managed. Throughout history, humans have struggled with waste disposal. From ancient civilizations to the industrial age, the challenge has always been the same. It's not a glamorous topic, but it's a vital one. Sanitation workers and engineers have played crucial roles in improving public health. From simple pits to elaborate water systems, the quest for a better toilet has been a long, malodorous journey. The Romans built aqueducts, medieval towns had rudimentary sewers, and the 20th century saw the rise of modern plumbing. And it's a journey that's far from over. Innovations continue to emerge, promising even more efficient and eco-friendly solutions for the future. The humble toilet, it seems, still has a lot to offer. Our ancestors weren't clueless about hygiene. They had a surprisingly advanced understanding of the importance of cleanliness and waste management. They knew that human waste was dangerous. It could spread diseases and contaminate water sources, so they developed various methods to manage it. The ancient Egyptians, for example, had designated areas for defecation. These areas were carefully chosen to keep waste away from living spaces and water supplies. These were often located far from dwellings. This separation helped to maintain a cleaner and healthier environment for the community. The Indus Valley civilization, way back in 2500 BC, even had a sophisticated sewage system. This system was a marvel of engineering for its time. Their cities boasted indoor toilets and drains. These facilities were connected to a complex network of underground sewers. These connected to a network of sewers. This network efficiently carried waste away from homes and public areas, ensuring a cleaner living environment. Quite impressive for the time. The ingenuity and foresight of these ancient engineers laid the groundwork for modern sanitation systems. The Romans, too, were masters of sanitation. They built extensive systems to manage waste and maintain public health. Their public latrines were marvels of engineering. These facilities were designed to accommodate many people at once and were strategically placed throughout the city. They used flowing water to carry away waste. This innovation helped to keep the latrines clean and reduce the spread of disease. These latrines were often social spaces. People would gather there not just to relieve themselves, but also to socialize and exchange news. People would gather there to chat and gossip. Imagine that. The latrines were a hub of social activity, reflecting the communal nature of Roman society. After the fall of Rome, sanitation practices declined significantly in Europe. The sophisticated aqueducts and sewer systems that once graced the Roman Empire fell into disrepair. Without these advanced systems, the people of medieval Europe faced a much more primitive approach to waste management. The Middle Ages were, unfortunately, a bit of a step back in toilet technology. The grandeur of Roman baths and public latrines was replaced by much cruder methods. Public health took a hit as a result. People often resorted to tossing waste into the streets, not a pretty picture. This practice was common in both small villages and burgeoning cities. The lack of proper waste disposal systems meant that streets were often filthy and foul-smelling. Chamber pots became common. These were basically just pots that people used as toilets at night. They were kept in bedrooms and used by all members of the household. While convenient, they were far from sanitary. The contents were then dumped out the window. "Gardez-le!" was the cry to warn passers-by. This French phrase, meaning "watch out for the water," was a common warning in medieval cities. However, it did little to mitigate the unsanitary conditions. As you can imagine, the streets were not pleasant places. Disease was widespread. The accumulation of waste in public areas created breeding grounds for rats and other vermin, which further exacerbated the spread of illness. The Black Death, which killed millions in the 14th century, spread by rat fleas, was partly fueled by poor sanitation. The plague spread rapidly through the unsanitary streets, claiming countless lives and leaving a lasting impact on European history. Things began to change in the 19th century. People started to understand the connection between sanitation and disease. One pioneering figure was Dr. John Snow. He tracked a cholera outbreak in London back to a contaminated water pump. His work was crucial. It showed that cholera and other similar diseases weren't caused by bad air as previously thought. This realization led to major improvements in public health. Cities invested in clean water supplies and sewage systems. The flush toilet, invented in the 16th century but slow to catch on, finally became widespread. The modern toilet is a marvel of simple engineering. It's easy to take it for granted, but just think about what it does. With a simple push of a lever, it whisks away our waste. It does this hygienically and efficiently. This invention has had a profound impact on human health. Diseases like cholera and typhoid are now rare in developed countries. Life expectancy has increased dramatically, all thanks in part to the humble toilet. So how does this magical device work? It's actually quite simple. When you flush the toilet, water stored in the tank rushes into the bowl. This creates a siphon effect. The water, along with the waste, is pulled down the drain pipe. The waste travels through a system of pipes to a sewage treatment plant. Here, it's treated and processed. The treated water is then released back into the environment. It's a fascinating process that most of us never think about. The toilet continues to evolve. Engineers and designers are constantly working on new innovations. Water conservation is a major focus. Low-flow toilets use significantly less water per flush. There are even toilets that compost waste or treat it on site. This eliminates the need for a traditional sewer system. In the future, our toilets could be even more efficient and environmentally friendly. From simple pits to high-tech marvels, the toilet has come a long way. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our desire for a cleaner, healthier world. So next time you sit and think, take a moment to appreciate this unsung hero of modern life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and flush.